Have you ever looked at a tiny 2 euro cent coin and thought it's just a small piece of copper? Well, think again. Some of these small coins from different years can hold fascinating stories, hidden details, and even surprising collector value. Today, we'll explore the 2 euro cent coins from 2000, 2002 era, 2003 era, 2004, 2007, 2011, and 2020 day. Make sure you watch till the very end, because some of these coins might be hiding in your pocket right now, and they could be worth much more than just 2 cents.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our coin collecting journey. Today, we are going to explore one of the smallest but most fascinating coins in the euro currency system, the 2 euro cent coin from the year 2000. At first glance, this tiny copper-plated the coin might look ordinary, something that most people wouldn't even notice in their change. But when we dive deeper, we discover a world of history, design, details, minting varieties, and even potential collectors' value hidden inside this little piece of metal. So stay tuned, because in this video we'll cover everything you need to know about the 2 euro cent 2000, from its physical features, its place in the euro system, country-specific designs, mintages, and of course, the value collectors are willing to pay today. The 2 euro cent coin is part of the euro currency system, which was officially introduced on January 1, 1999 for electronic transactions, and in 2002 for physical coins and banknotes. The coin is made of copper-plated steel, giving it a reddish-brown color. It weighs 3.06 grams. The diameter is 18.75 millimeters, and it has a thickness of 1.67 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth with a fine groove, a unique feature to distinguish it by touch. On the common reverse side, designed by Luc Louix of Belgium, you will find a globe showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia. The numeral 2 with the words euro cent. 6 fine diagonal lines with stars at the ends. This reverse side is the same across all countries that use the euro. Now here's where it gets interesting. The year 2000 was actually a pre-euro release year. Some countries already began producing euro coins in 1999 and 2000, even though they would not enter circulation until 2002. That means the 2 cent coins dated 2000 are among the very first euro coins ever struck. They were made for preparation, stockpiling, and testing vending machines, banks, and businesses before the big launch in 2002. So when you see a 2000 dated 2 cent coin, you are holding an important piece of monetary history, part of the first wave of euro coinage. Each euro coin has a national side that reflects the culture and heritage of the issuing country. In 2000, the following countries issued 2 euro cent coins: Austria, featuring the Edelweiss symbolizing nature and the environment; Belgium, showing King Albert with his monogram; Finland, depicting the heraldic lion from the coat of arms of Finland; France, with a portrait of Marianne, symbolizing liberty and reason; Germany, featuring an oak twig, reminiscent of old German Pfennig coins; Ireland, displaying the Celtic harp, the traditional symbol of Ireland; Italy, depicting the famous sculpture Mole Antonelliana; Luxembourg Portrait of Grand Duke Henri. Netherlands Portrait of Queen Beatrix. Portugal a royal seal with castles and coats of arms. Spain Portrait of King Juan Carlos I. These different national sides make collecting euro coins exciting, since 1. Denomination exists in many unique designs. The 2002 cent coins were produced in large numbers since they were meant for circulation across all Eurozone countries starting in 2002. For example, Germany produced hundreds of millions of coins. Spain and Italy also had very large mintages. Smaller countries like Luxembourg, Ireland and Finland had lower mintages, making their coins more collectible. Because of this, the value of your €2 cent 2000 depends heavily on the issuing country and condition. In general, a €2 cent 2000 coin in circulation is worth face value just 2 cents. However, collectors may pay extra for uncirculated UNC condition coins. These can sell for between 20 cents to €2, depending on the country. Proof versions specially made for collectors, proof coins can be worth several euros, even up to 10 to 20 euros. Error coins, misstrikes, off-center coins, or coins with missing copper plating are extremely rare and can sell for hundreds of euros. One famous example is the wrong planchet error, where a 2-cent coin was accidentally struck on a 1-cent blank. These mistakes are extremely collectible. You might wonder why collectors should care about such a small denomination. Here's why. It marks the birth of the euro coins. Dated 2000 are historically significant. They are affordable to collect. Beginners can start building a full set without spending a fortune. Variety with 12 original Eurozone countries. There are many designs to chase. Rare varieties and errors make the hunt exciting. For many collectors, the 2000 coins are the foundation of a euro collection. So, to wrap up, the €2 cent 2000 coin might seem like just a tiny copper piece, but it carries huge historical weight. It was part of the first wave of euro coins. It exists in multiple national designs, and while most are only worth a few cents, rare examples can be quite valuable. The €2 cent is one of the lowest denominations in the euro currency system. Material copper-plated steel. Weight 3.06 grams. Diameter 18.75 millimeters. Thickness 1.67 millimeters. Edge smooth with a fine groove. Reverse side common to all Eurozone countries. Designed by Luc Louix of Belgium. Shows a globe with Europe highlighted. 6 diagonal lines and 12 stars at the ends of the lines. The numeral 2 with the words Euro cent is boldly displayed. This reverse is the same for all countries, but the national side is unique to each member state, and Ireland's national side is one of the most culturally symbolic designs. The euro was officially introduced in 1999 as a digital currency, but coins and banknotes only entered circulation on January 1, 2002. This makes 2002 a landmark year for the euro. All Eurozone countries, including Ireland, released their very first euro coins into circulation in this year. So when you hold a 2002 dated 2 cent from Ireland, you are holding a first year of issue euro coin, always an exciting piece for collectors. Now let's talk about what makes the Irish 2 euro cent coin special. Its national side. The Irish coins, including the 2 cent, feature the Celtic harp, one of Ireland's oldest and most iconic national symbols. The harp shown on the coin is based on the historic Brian Borough harp, which is preserved in Trinity College, Dublin. Around the harp is the word EIRE, which is the Irish name for Ireland. The year of minting, in this case 2002, is also inscribed, along with 12 stars, representing the European Union. This design was created by Jarlath Hayes, an Irish sculptor and designer. Unlike some countries that used multiple designs, Ireland decided to use the harp on all of its coins, from 1 cent to 2 euro, to strongly represent Irish heritage. The harp is not just a musical instrument. Here it's also the official emblem of the Government of Ireland and appears on official documents, Irish passports, and even Guinness beer. So, every Irish coin in your hand is like a small ambassador of Ireland's culture. Because 2002 was the very first year of euro circulation, Ireland struck a large number of coins to meet demand. For the 2 cent coin in 2002, the mintage was over 300 million pieces. These coins entered everyday circulation, quickly replacing the old Irish penny system that was withdrawn when Ireland joined the euro. However, while the coin is common in circulation, uncirculated and proof versions are less common and sought after by collectors. Ireland also released collector sets in 2002, which included pristine examples of all the denominations from 1 cent up to 2 euro. These sets are now popular with euro collectors. While most 2002 Irish 2 cent coins are ordinary, there are some interesting varieties and errors to look out for. Minting errors: off-center strikes, die cracks, and double strikes can occur. These are rare and usually fetch higher prices. Wrong planchet errors vary occasionally. A 2 cent coin is struck on the wrong blank, such as a 1 cent or 5 cent planchet. These are highly collectible. Unplated errors: since the coin is copper-plated steel, if the plating process fails, the coin may appear dull or silver-colored. These are also rare and valuable. Collectors always keep an eye out for these unusual pieces, because they can turn a 2 cent coin worth face value into a coin worth tens or even hundreds of euros. Let's talk about value, the most exciting part for many collectors. Circulated coins, usually worth face value, around 2 cents. Uncirculated coins UNC can sell for 50 cents to 2 euros, depending on demand. Proof coins from 2002 sets: these can be worth 5 to 15 euros each, depending on the condition and rarity of the set. Error coins values vary widely, but special minting errors can range from 50 euros to 200 euros, and in rare cases even more. So while most of these coins are common, collectors pay good money for uncirculated, proof, and error coins. You might ask why we should collect such a small denomination coin. Here's why. It's the first year of euro coinage, making it historically significant. It carries the unique national identity of Ireland with the harp and EIRE inscription. Affordable for beginners, yet still has potential for value in uncirculated and EIRE forms. It is part of the complete euro collection, which many collectors aim to build. So, even though it's small in value, it's big in importance. The €2 2002 Ireland EIRE coin is much more than a tiny copper coin. It represents the birth of the euro in Ireland. It showcases one of the country's most iconic symbols, the Celtic harp, and while it is common in circulation, special versions and errors make it a fascinating coin for collectors. If you have one in your collection, keep it safe, especially if it's uncirculated or part of a proof set. It's a wonderful way to hold on to a piece of Ireland's history. In 2002, Ireland officially said goodbye to its old currency, the Irish pound punt, and adopted the euro. The exchange rate was fixed at 1 Irish pound equals 1.27 euros. This transition was one of the biggest economic changes in modern Irish history. The €2 2002 coin is therefore not just money, it is a symbol of change, representing Ireland's step into a new European financial era. Withdrawal of old coins. When the euro coins came into circulation in 2002, Ireland withdrew its old penny and pound coins. People were given a limited period to exchange their old coins and notes for euros at the banks. Collectors today love to build transition collection sets that include both the old Irish coins and the very first 2002 euro coins side by side, where the coins were minted. Unlike Germany, France or Spain, Ireland did not mint its own euro coins. Instead, the Irish coins, including the €2 2002, were struck by the Rahapaja mint in Finland. That's why you will not see any mint mark on Irish euro coins. The harp, a timeless symbol. The harp on the Irish €2 is not just any harp. It is based on the historic Brian Boru harp, which is believed to be over 600 years old. This harp is preserved in Trinity College Library, Dublin. €2 2003. The euro currency was introduced in 2002 across many European Union countries, replacing national currencies. Ireland adopted the euro and stopped using the Irish pound, also called the punt. This means the 2003 2-cent coin is from the second year of official euro circulation in Ireland. Although it's a very small denomination, this coin is an important part of Ireland's monetary history. The Irish 2-cent coin features the Celtic harp, which is the official national symbol of Ireland. Around the harp is the inscription EIRE, which is the Irish word for Ireland. The year 2003 is also shown. Surrounding the design are 12 stars, representing the European Union. The harp has been used as a symbol of Ireland for centuries, appearing on Irish coats of arms, manuscripts, and traditional Irish instruments. The reverse side of the 2-cent coin is common across all Eurozone countries. It shows a globe in the lower right, highlighting Europe's position in the world. To the left are the 6 fine lines white stars representing the EU. The denomination, 2 euro cent, is written clearly. The design was created by Lucy, a Belgian artist whose initials LL can be found near the globe. Value 0.02 euro 2 cents. Weight 3.06 grams. Diameter 18.75 millimeters. Thickness 1.67 millimeters. Edge smooth with a continuous groove around it to help the visually impaired. Metal composition, copper-plated steel, gives it a reddish copper color. Even though it looks like solid copper, it is actually steel with a thin copper coating. This was done to reduce minting costs. In 2003, millions of 2-cent coins were minted for Ireland, but exact mintage numbers are smaller compared to bigger denominations. Most coins were made for circulation, meaning you can still find them in your pocket change today across Ireland and even other Euro countries. However, coin collectors also received brilliant uncirculated and proof sets in 2003, which makes certain examples more desirable. Now let's talk about what collectors really want to know: the value. Circulated condition, usually worth face value, about 2 euro cents. Uncirculated coins, shiny, never used, around 1 to 2 euros. Proof coins, special sets made for collectors, can be worth 5 to 10 euros or more depending on condition and demand. Rare varieties. Some collectors look for errors and varieties. Possible error types include off-center strikes, double dies, misaligned harp designs, wrong planchet errors. Such rare errors can dramatically increase the value, sometimes from a few cents up to tens or even hundred of euros, depending on rarity. The 2-cent 2003 coin is not just money. It's a symbol of Ireland's identity within Europe. The harp reminds people of Ireland's rich cultural heritage, traditional music, and folklore. The year 2003 marks Ireland's early participation in the Euro project. Even though it's small in size, this coin connects Ireland to millions of people across Europe. Check condition, shiny, uncirculated coins are more valuable. Look for proof sets, they have mirror-like finishes. Search for errors, rare mistakes make coins far more valuable. Store carefully. Copper-plated steel coins can rust if exposed to moisture. Use coin flips or capsules. Did you know Ireland chose only one design for all its Euro coins, the harp? Unlike other countries that use multiple designs, Ireland wanted a single unifying national symbol. The edge groove on the 2-cent helps blind people distinguish it from the smooth 1-cent coin. Many countries want to stop using 1 and 2-cent coins because they cost more to make than their face value. The harp shown on the Irish Euro coins is based on the Brian Boro harp, a famous medieval instrument now kept in Trinity College, Dublin. This harp is one of the oldest surviving Gaelic harps, dating back to the 14th or 15th century. The harp is not only on coins, but also on the official seal of the President of Ireland, Irish passports, and even the Guinness beer logo. Why Ireland chose only one design? Most Euro countries use different Designs for each denomination. Ireland decided to use the same harp design for all 1 cent to 2 euro coins. This was to keep the national identity simple, clear, and instantly recognizable. Worldwide. Production and minting facts. All Irish euro coins are produced by the Irish Mint in Sandyford, Dublin. The mint is operated by the Central Bank of Ireland. In 2003, minting was slightly lower than 2002 because the euro had already entered circulation and people already had enough coins. Circulation and use in daily life. The 2-cent coin is small, so it is often overlooked or even left unused in wallets and drawers. Many shops in Ireland and other euro countries have rounding rules, where totals are rounded to the nearest 5 cents, which makes the 1 cent and 2-cent coins less important. This makes them more interesting for collectors in the future, because fewer are being used. Environmental side. The coin is made of copper-plated steel. Over time the copper layer can wear away, exposing the steel underneath. When this happens, the coin may look spotted or rusty. That's why good preservation is important for collectors. International collecting. Even though it's an Irish coin, you can find the 2003 2-cent coin across Europe. Since euro coins circulate freely in all Eurozone countries, collectors outside Europe, especially in the US and Asia, are very interested in Irish euro coins because of the harp design and Ireland's cultural appeal. Potential future rarity. If Ireland or the European Union decides to remove 1 and 2-cent coins from circulation, then the 2003 2-cent coin could become more collectible, as it will no longer be produced for daily use. Some countries like Finland and the Netherlands already discourages using these small coins. Comparison with other 2003 2-cent coins. 2 euro cent 2004. The 2 euro cent coin is one of the smallest denominations in the euro currency system, introduced in January 2002, when the euro became the official currency in many European countries. Although the euro was introduced in 1999 for banking and electronic transactions, physical coins and notes only came into circulation in 2002. The 2 euro cent coin belongs to the euro cent series, which ranges from 1 cent to 50 cents, and then the 1 and 2 euro coins. The 2-cent coin is important because it allows for small transactions and helps keep exact pricing in the European market. Despite being a very small value coin, millions of people use it every day, and coin collectors around the world look for rare dates, mints, and EIRE varieties. Now let's talk about the design of the 2-cent coin, which is standard across most Eurozone countries. Each country in the Eurozone has its own design on the obverse side of the coin. For example, in 2004, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Ireland, and other member countries had their own unique national designs. Italy, for example, features the Mole Antonelliana, a famous building in Turin. Ireland shows the Celtic harp, the national symbol of Ireland. Germany uses the oak twig, representing stability and tradition. Spain has a portrait of King Juan Carlos I. In 2004, the reverse is the same across all countries and shows a globe with the European Union highlighted. It also shows the denomination €2 cent along with the 12 stars of the European flag. Edge. The edge is smooth without reading, since it is a very small coin. The 2-cent coin is made from copper-plated steel, giving it the reddish color that looks similar to older copper coins. Weight 3.06 grams. Diameter 18.75 millimeters. Thickness 1.67 millimeters. Color coppery red. One interesting fact is that because of the copper plating, these coins can darken or change color over time, developing different tones depending on how they were stored. Now, let's focus on the 2004 €2 cent issue. Not every country struck coins in every year, but in 2004, many Eurozone countries minted 2-cent coins. Here are some important examples. Germany 2004, minted in 5 different mints: Berlin D, Munich F, Stuttgart G, Karlsruhe J, Hamburg. Spain 2004, featuring King Juan Carlos I. Italy 2004, with the Mole Antonelliana design. Ireland 2004, with the harp design. France 2004, featuring Marianne, symbol of liberty. Belgium, Netherlands, Portugal, Finland, Greece and other countries also produced 2-cent coins in 2004. Each country had a different mintage numbers, ranging from a few million to hundreds of millions. Generally, German coins had very high mintages, while smaller countries like Luxembourg or Finland had much lower mintages, making their coins more interesting to collectors. Now, what about the value of a 2004 €2 cent coin? In circulated condition, most of these coins are only worth their face value, 2 cents. However, uncirculated examples, proof versions, or coins from countries with smaller mintages can sell for $1 to $10, depending on rarity. Special proof sets released by mints in 2004 can fetch even higher prices among collectors. The value also increases if the coin is in mint condition, graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS. Now here comes the exciting part. Errors. Error coins are very popular among collectors. Some known errors for the 2 cent coins include off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, double strikes where the coin shows overlapping images, clipped planchets where a portion of the coin is missing, die cracks and cuds which appear as raised lines or blobs on the coin. If you happen to find a 2004 €2 cent coin with such errors, its value can rise dramatically, sometimes reaching $50, $100, or even more depending on the rarity and type of error. Here are some fun facts about the 2 cent coin. Some countries like Finland and the Netherlands decided not to circulate 1 and 2 cent coins in daily use because of their low value, though they still mint them for collector sets. The small size of the coin has caused it to be easily lost, and in fact many people find 2 cent coins in pockets, bags, or even washing machines. The coin is magnetic due to its steel core, a unique feature compared to pure Copper coins of the past. Although it's such a tiny coin, the 2004 2-cent is part of an important chapter in Europe's monetary history. And who knows? If you happen to find an error or a rare version, you might be holding a little treasure in your hands. 2 cent. 2007. The euro currency was introduced in 1999 for electronic transactions, and in 2002 for physical coins and banknotes. Euro cents come in 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50 cent denominations, along with the €1 and €2 coins. The 2 cent coin is the second smallest denomination, just above the 1 cent. Even though it has a very low face value, it plays an important role in commerce, especially in countries where cash transactions are common. The 2-cent coin was made with a metal called Nordic gold for higher cents and copper-plated steel for 1, 2, and 5 cents. This makes the coin look like copper but at the same time keeps production cheap and durable. On the common reverse side, designed by Luc Louix of the Royal Belgian Mint, you will find the value €2 written clearly. A globe map showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia. 6 fine diagonal lines with 12 stars representing the European Union. The coin is small, round, and has a special smooth with groove edge. This means the edge is plain but with a distinctive smooth feel to help blind people recognize it. On the obverse side, the design changes depending on the issuing country. Each Eurozone country is allowed to put its own national symbols, famous leaders, monuments, or cultural icons on the obverse side. In 2007, many countries of the Eurozone issued 2-cent coins. Let's go through the most important ones. Germany. The coin shows an oak twig, symbolizing stability and tradition. France shows Marianne, a symbol of liberty. Italy depicts the famous Mole Antonelliana building in Turin. Spain features the portrait of King Juan Carlos I. Greece displays a corvette ship from the 19th century. Ireland has the Celtic harp, a traditional Irish symbol. Portugal shows an old royal seal design. Finland, Belgium, Netherlands, Austria, Luxembourg, Slovenia each has its own unique national design. In 2007, there was also a special highlight. Slovenia joined the Eurozone in January 2007, so Slovenia's 2-cent coin of this year is the first issue for that country. The mintage of 2 cent coins in 2007 was very high because these coins are used in everyday transactions. Each country produced millions of pieces. For example, Germany, hundreds of millions of coins. France, Italy, Spain also has very high numbers. Smaller countries like Luxembourg and Slovenia much lower mintages. This means that some 2007 coins are very common, but coins from smaller nations are more interesting to collectors. Now, coin errors are always exciting. Some known errors with 2-cent coins include off-center strikes, double die errors, missing copper plating, which makes the coin look silver-colored, clipped planchets, where a part of the coin is missing, and sometimes misaligned dies, causing the design to appear slightly rotated. These EIRE coins can be worth much more than face value, sometimes from €10 up to €100 or more, depending on rarity. Now let's talk about value. A normal circulation €2 cent 2007. The coin is worth only 2 cents, but in uncirculated or proof condition, collectors may pay more. From big countries like Germany, France, Italy usually only face value or slightly above. From smaller countries like Slovenia or Luxembourg in uncirculated condition, prices can go from €1 to €3 each. Rare errors or proof issues can sell for €10 to €50 or more. So while the coin is very common in daily life, for collectors it can still have value depending on condition, rarity, and errors. Many Eurozone countries have debated whether to stop producing 1 and 2 cent coins because production costs are higher than their face value. In some countries like Finland, these small coins are no longer widely circulated, and prices are rounded to the nearest 5 cents. However, collectors strongly want them, especially first-year issues like Slovenia 2007. Even though small, these coins carry national pride because each country gets to showcase its culture on the obverse design. The €2 cent 2007 coin may look tiny and ordinary, but it has a rich story with its unique designs from different countries, the historical moment of Slovenia joined the Eurozone, and the possibility of rare minting errors. This coin is a must-know for collectors. If you have one in your pocket, check the country, the condition, and look closely for errors. You never know, your small 2 cent coin could be more valuable than you think. €2 cent 2011 coin. Before we focus on the 2020 ED coin itself, let's talk briefly about Euro coins. The Euro currency was launched in 1999. Electronically, and physical coins and notes entered circulation in 2002. Germany, as one of the founding Eurozone countries, has been minting Euro cents since day one. The 2 cent coin belongs to the lowest 3 denominations: 1, 2, and 5 cents. All made of copper-plated steel. These coins are small, light, and widely used in everyday cash transactions. Let's begin with the reverse side, the common side used in all Eurozone countries, designed by Luc Louix. It clearly shows the value €2 cent. A globe map displaying Europe in relation to Africa and Asia. 6 diagonal lines with 12 stars, representing the unity of the European Union. The coin has a smooth edge with a continuous groove, which helps blind and visually impaired people identify it. Now, on the obverse side, Germany uses its own national design. For the 1, 2, and 5 cent coins, Germany chose the oak twig, a powerful symbol of stability, tradition, and German history. The oak leaf motif has been used on German coins for over a century, even appearing on older Pfennig coins before the euro. Here's where things get really interesting. If you look closely at the 2020 German 2 cent coin, you'll see a mint mark letter. Germany actually has 5 different mints, and each uses its own letter. A Berlin, D Munich, F Stuttgart, G Karlsruhe, J Hamburg. So, the D mint mark on your coin means It was struck at the Munich Mint, one of the oldest and most important mints in Germany. Collectors love to gather German euro coins with all 5 mint marks for a complete set. The 2 euro cent 2020 ED was produced in large quantities because Germany uses cent coins widely in daily transactions. Exact mintage figures run into the tens of millions, making it a very common circulation coin. However, uncirculated rolls, proof sets, or special collector issues are far scarcer and often bought quickly by collectors. The coin is 18.75 millimeters in diameter, weighs 3.06 grams, and has a reddish copper appearance thanks to its copper plating. Now let's talk about errors. This is where small coins sometimes become surprisingly valuable. Possible 2020 ED 2 cent errors include off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, clipped planchets leaving a curved bite on the edge, die cracks or cuds leaving raised lines or blobs of metal, missing copper plating making the coin look silvery, rotation errors where the obverse and reverse don't align correctly. Collectors pay much more for such errors, sometimes from 10 euros up to 100 euros or more, depending on rarity and condition. So, what is the value of the 2020 ED 2 euro cent coin? In circulated condition, it's usually just worth face value 2 cents. In uncirculated condition, it may be worth slightly more, usually 20 to 50 cents to collectors. In official mint sets or proof condition, prices can range from 1 to 5 euros or more. Error coins, as we mentioned, can be much higher. While not a rare coin in circulation, it does hold collector interest, especially for those who want a complete German mint mark set. Germany is one of the few countries still strongly supporting the use of 1 and 2 cent coins, while countries like Finland and the Netherlands have reduced or stopped their circulation. Many Germans consider the oak twig designed to be a link between past and present, since it continues the old Pfennig coin tradition. Collectors often hunt for all 5 mint marks each year, so the 2020 ED is part of an ongoing yearly set. Even though the coin is tiny, it represents both national pride and European united. The 2 euro cent 2020 D coin from Germany is a small but fascinating piece of currency. It combines a strong national symbol, the oak twig, with a global euro design. With millions minted, it's common in circulation, but uncirculated coins, proof issues, and mint errors can make it valuable to collectors. So next time you see a 2 cent coin, don't dismiss it by checking the mint mark, the condition, and maybe even discover a rare error hiding in plain sight. So next time you spot a small 2 euro cent coin, don't dismiss it as pocket change. It might just be a hidden gem in your collection. Which of these coins do you already have? Drop a comment below and let me know your rarest find. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes even the smallest coin can make the biggest impact. The euro was officially introduced as a Currency in 1999 with coins and notes. Entering circulation in 2002. The euro cent coins come in denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50 cents, along with €1 and €2 coins. The 2 euro cent coin is one of the smallest, but it plays a big role in cash transactions across Europe. Its design was created by Luc Louix of the Royal Belgian Mint. In 2011, the Eurozone already included 17 countries, and each of them produced 2-cent coins with their own national designs on the obverse side. Let's begin with the reverse design, the common side used by all Eurozone countries. It features the value 2 euro cent clearly written. A globe map showing Europe's position in the world. 6 diagonal lines, each with 2 stars, symbolizing the European Union. The coin is small, round, copper-plated steel, with a diameter of 18.75 millimeters and a weight of 3.06 grams. The edge is smooth with a continuous groove, which helps visually impaired people recognize the coin. Now, the obverse side is where the difference lies. Each country has its own national design, which makes collecting euro cents exciting. In 2011, the following Eurozone countries minted 2-cent coins. Germany shows the oak twig, representing stability and tradition. France features Marianne, symbolizing liberty. Italy has the Mole Antonelliana, a famous building in Turin. Spain depicts King Juan Carlos I. Greece shows a corvette ship from the 19th century. Ireland displays the Celtic harp, a traditional national symbol. Portugal features a royal seal design from medieval times. Belgium shows King Albert II. Netherlands features Queen Beatrix. Austria has the Edelweiss flower, a national floral symbol. Luxembourg depicts Grand Duke Henri. Finland shows 2 flying swans. Slovenia uses the Primož Trubar portrait, a Slovenian reformer. Cyprus joined the Eurozone in 2008. Its coin shows the mouflon wild sheep. Malta uses the Najdra temple altar design. Slovakia joined the euro in 2009. Its coin shows the Crevan peak and double cross. Estonia very important. Estonia adopted the euro in January 2011, so the Estonian 2-cent coin of this year is a first-year issue. It shows a map of Estonia. So, the year 2011 is very special because Estonia's coins entered circulation for the very first time. The mintage of 2011 2-cent coins varies by country. Large countries like Germany, France, Spain, and Italy minted hundreds of millions of pieces. These are very common. Smaller nations such as Luxembourg, Malta, and Slovenia minted far fewer, making their coins more desirable for collectors. Estonia's 2011 coins are especially important since it was their first euro issue. Collectors love first-year coins, so these can be more valuable in uncirculated condition. Like all coins, the 2011 2-cent has its share of minting errors. Some of the most interesting errors include: off-center strikes, the design is not properly aligned. Clipped planchets where a piece of the coin is missing. Die cracks or die breaks, leaving raised lines or blobs on the coin. Missing copper plating, making the coin appear silver instead of copper. Rotation errors, where the two sides are not correctly aligned. Such error coins can be worth from €10 up to even €100, depending on rarity. Circulated 2-cent coins from 2011 are generally worth face value 2 cents. However, in uncirculated or proof quality, they can fetch higher prices. Coins from Germany, France, Italy, Spain. Still mostly worth face value, since millions exist. Coins from Luxembourg, Malta, Slovenia, and especially Estonia 2011 in uncirculated condition, these may sell for €1 to €5 each. Proof coins from official mint sets can be worth €5 to €20 or more. Rare error coins can go much higher. The cost to produce a 2-cent coin is sometimes higher than its face value, which has led to debates about eliminating 1 and 2-cent coins altogether. Some countries like Finland and the Netherlands already discourages their use by rounding cash payments to the nearest 5 cents. But collectors continue to demand them, especially for complete euro collections. The Estonia 2011 issue is especially collectible because every country's first euro coins are historically significant. The €2 2011 coin is more than just a tiny copper piece. It carries national pride, unique designs, and collector interest, with 17 different countries issuing it plus Estonia's first-year coin. This small denomination has a big story. Always check the country, the condition, and look for errors because even a 2-cent coin can surprise you with value.